Hey everybody, and thank you for joining me, and welcome to this reading for April and March. So the way that I'm structuring this reading is because of the retrograde, the Venus retrograde. We're covering a period from March 4th until April 15th. So it's kind of your mid-March / beginning of April reading. And this will be a soulmate relationship reading. If you're not in a relationship, you will still gain benefit from it, because this will represent, this side of the heart will represent what your partner's going through, the next partner or your soulmate or twin flame, whoever this is about. Of course, this reading is for Pisces. Happy birthday to all my Piscean friends. And yeah, I hope you're having a wonderful birthday. So I'm using several different decks with this. So I'm using the Romance Angels by Doreen Virtue. The answer is simple, which is my favorite little go-to deck every day. And I also am using the True Love reading cards. Finally, if you guys are interested, I have the Tarot of the Water by 78 Tarot, the nautical deck. I have a whatchamacallit, a coupon for you guys that's linked in the About section below. If you want the Tarot Nautical, or if you want the Carnival, then just go there and type in my name and you'll get 10% off your order. So that's a pretty generous gift from them. So thank you to that. So let's begin for Pisces. I'm excited to read for you guys. It's snowing in Vancouver. Yesterday it was sunny. Such strange weather. I love snow though, it's good. Snow, rain. Okay, Pisces, I feel like the message is going to be very important for you right now. So here we go. So you have the truth. You're not the only one who's seeking the truth. Remember, we're kind of reading for the Venus retrograde. So, you know, a lot of truth in situations, trying to find out what really happened, what people really thought, what was really coming to the surface, what was the actual thought idea behind the behavior, or the conclusion of the matter with you and someone else. Remember, with Venus retrograde, we're also talking about people from the past. So there could be someone coming through for you. The start, we're going to take a look at the True Love cards. Your first message is the Divine Masculine. Woo woo, Pisces. So Divine Masculine coming through. We have a nice big lion here on the front. So in this deck, there is like a healthy masculine and an unhealthy masculine, and then there's like a healthy feminine and an unhealthy feminine. So this is the Divine Masculine, the healthful manifestation of man in your life. And so that's bringing in love, healing, togetherness, etc. Okay? So here is your first card. This is where you guys start off the entire process. So you start off with the Five of Pentacles. So there's been some kind of issue around body image, maybe financial restraints. Maybe you feel like you don't have the money to actually be able to pull this off, or maybe you don't feel like you're pretty enough, or they don't feel like they're good looking enough. So there's some kind of barrier that's physical in nature. I feel like maybe the biggest problem here is actually that you're not speaking up about it, that you're not sharing with each other what that feeling is. So you are just basically being hidden, as Pisces are. You guys hide your emotions so deep, and you just kind of rather bear it than share it sometimes. And if you're trying to find a bond with someone, then maybe this is becoming a difficult process for you. So this could have been triggered by a stranger. I feel like someone has said something to you that is not a part of your circles. So someone in passing, like if you're a cashier at a store, then one of your customers said something to you and it's ruined your month completely. And with that, that's really sad and unfortunate, but it does happen. And I feel as though it's tainted your perspective, or it's tainted their perspective. And there's a barrier. There's this kind of need, but without the ability to articulate for that need. So you have the need for each other's support and help, and yet you don't know how to say it. And I think that this Venus retrograde is going to help you guys understand and bring together that need. These two cards represent your next ambitions and what you want to see happen, and this is your partner. Again, if you're single, this represents the next person you're going to meet, or the next person that's really important in your life, okay? So here is the next message. So what you're really looking for is for someone to help you carry the burden. You have so many things going on, Pisces. Oh my gosh, with this card, it just makes it real. You have so many things going on, and especially with the stellium. I mean, we look at the stellium as a very positive event, and it is, because it helps us heal a lot. But with Neptune and Chiron and Pisces, you guys are consistently being basically weighed down upon with really big topics and themes in life. Also, Neptune is your ruler, right? So with Neptune in rulership in Pisces right now and for the next 8 years, you're still going to feel that really kind of pummeling effect of the world's realities onto your shoulders. And so I think that what you're looking for is for something or someone to understand the complexity of what you are handling, of the things that you are dealing with. Wow, I'm so sorry. And here is the Nine of Wands, right? So you're looking for a place of safety, somewhere where you will feel comfortable, somewhere where you are not exposed, somewhere where you can hide your Piscean little memories and dreams and all those things. I think that you're really hoping that the financial circumstances work out between yourself and this person. I think that you're afraid that a stranger's going to come into the picture and disrupt the dynamic even more. So things are working sort of at this time, but you're really afraid that this person, this somebody else, is going to come in. So things are at such a, here we go, wisdom came through, right? So I think that you know that the circumstances between you and someone else are tentative. And if it just takes one more person, it takes one more idea, one more interjection to really kind of disrupt the balance between yourself and this individual. So I think that you're hoping for wisdom on how to handle this situation, and yet you're burdened so heavily yourself. You're like, I can't do this anymore. I have all this stuff to do, and this is really hard for me to hold on to. But you have this understanding that either within you or within your partner is the divine masculine, and you felt it and you saw it and you want to hold on to it. That's kind of a part of a long-term relationship where you kind of take the good with the bad, right? And you realize that even in moments when there is financial debris, when there is like difficulties going on, you still are in a certain way pushing forward, right? Here we go. The worst is when both of you guys are tired, right? You're tired, they're tired, and you need each other, and yet both are too tired to help, right? Here is the next message. So your partner is really trying to heal a broken heart. There's seahorses everywhere. Even on my Instagram today, I posted a picture with a seahorse. So, okay. So, Three of Swords. Okay, broken hearts, trying to overcome a broken heart. It's a main blockage in their life. They can't actually get on with what they're doing because they're so heartbroken about what happened. Wow, Pisces, this is like starting off as such a, like a how do you say this, like dreary reading. Like there's so many problems that you start off this month with. Maybe that's because the sun is going to move into a conjunction with Chiron, so all those hurts and stuff have to be flushed out. Here is the next message. So we have the Ace of Pentacles. So your partner's hoping for a new financial beginning. They think that a new financial beginning will really enable new opportunity for them and for you to leave things in the past. I think that they're hoping that you're going to help them. And I think that what you're hoping for is some kind of detachment where you get comfortable. You want to be in your comfortable place. You want to be at home on the couch where it's safe. And I think your partner wants you to go and face the world with them. And I think that that's going to be a bit of a disharmony between yourself and them. Let's see what comes through. So I think that your partner is seeking or wishing to be able to forgive. So if they're seeking forgiveness, that's really straightforward. They've done something to you and they want you to forgive them. Or alternately, maybe they're trying to find within themselves. If you've hurt your partner, then you know this, and they're wanting to find forgiveness in their heart for you. I feel like maybe something has happened that was financially driven, like your partner needed something and you didn't pull through, and they had suffered a financial setback as a result of that, and that has led to your financial problems. If you're in that situation, then they are trying to find a means to forgive you. So don't make it more complicated than it already is, I guess. That's the message. Here is the answer, is simple oracle card. Let's see. So be thankful to God. So gratefulness, feeling gratitude towards God for what you have. Oh yeah, he's on an island and there's a boat coming. That's cool. I like this picture. That's so funny. So he'll be on a boat. Hey, I'm on a boat. So so he's thankful that he's going to be rescued, and he's burning a fire. He's doing everything possible to get out of the situation. But it's that moment of transcendence and understanding that something good is coming through for you. It's out of a situation. I don't think these cards are going to be rough. I think these cards were rough because you're coming into it with a rough situation. But I think good things are coming out of it very soon. So this is the next stage in whatever it is you're going through. You have a page of discs. Ooh, perfect card. Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn coming into the picture. This can also mean that at this time you're beginning some type of new project. So maybe at home or something, you're thinking of a new project to do, a new business, or something that will be material, something that will take you in a new direction, that will open up opportunities for you, that will solve the fundamental problem of financial ill health or ill dignity. Here is the next message. So we have the Three of Pentacles, which is work. So your partner's going to turn to work next. I feel like this work is not going to be the ultimate solution. So your partner is going to be working at some type of job that just gets the money, rather than some deeper career-based employment. I think that the focus here is that both of you are going to turn to resolving these issues. Both of you are going to turn to trying to practically address the problem of whatever financial difficulties that you face. So here's your card. I think that you're going to have to figure out some things about exactly how you are going to make money. I think that there's multiple things that you have to contend with. I wouldn't back off of them. I would think about them pragmatically and try to implement them in your life. And then he or she is Three of Pentacles. Let's clarify that. That work for them will lead to good fortune. See, the luck is already turning. It's the Venus retrograde. So both you and your partner, whether you know them or not, you're turning to work, and that's changing the energy dynamic of this whole situation. And I think you're dealing with someone who is of a divine nature themselves. So they have that connection to God, and they bring that forward in a positive way, right? So let's take a look at these cards and see what they bring in for you. So these are advice cards. Oh, I actually can show you guys the Doreen Virtue card first. So here is your card. So calling in your soulmate. This is particularly true if you don't know your soulmate yet. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help you bring you together. So make sure that you are wholeheartedly making the connection to bring that person in and to wholeheartedly improve your relationship with them. Okay? So I feel like at this time, maybe you feel at the beginning of the Venus retrograde period in early March or something that things are really overwhelming, and then slowly you're going to see some opportunities to change whatever it is that is kind of weighing you down. Let's see the next cards. These are advice cards for the month. So your first card is the Ten of Swords. Okay. So this is really about letting something go. You will have to let go certain things. Again, 9, 10, 10. So all of these cards are saying that it's important that you prune away. Spring cleaning is very important for you at this time. And it's important to back off of certain things so that you can begin new things in new directions, right? Don't open yourself up to attacks by being too busy so that you can't address problems as they come up. And they will come up unless you do something about them and nip them in the bud. The first message is the brown-haired man. I do think that there is a brown-haired man who is not to be trusted. The stranger, the brown-haired man. There's someone who's involved who is kind of maybe in a certain way, you know, trying to have a say in your situation. They see that you're trying to make something manifest, and yet maybe they have a different agenda. Here is the next card. So this is the Eight of Cups. It's important again for you to walk away. Both of these cards represent walking away from something. I think that you're too weighed down with whatever problems you're dealing with at this time, and it's preventing you from making a smart judgment about the situation. So you got the Judgment card. So basically with the Ten of Swords and the Eight of Cups, what we're talking about is you have to de-emphasize the stress in your life and really embark upon trying to find a solution that is practical in nature. Let go of the emotions, let go of the thoughts and ideas, and really go for the practical solution. A Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn might help you along the way, Pisces. They may give you some ideas that will be in a certain way confusing. However, at the same time, I think that the goal is for you to connect with either your own divine masculine or your partner as the divine masculine, and you need to elevate yourself against all these conflicts that you're facing in order to reach that level, the higher level of connection. Here is the next message. So we have the Seven of Cups. And so I think your partner needs to look realistically at the circumstances that you are dealing with. They might have an overinflated ego about certain things because it's covering up for the broken heart that they've recently dealt with. Also, I think that the work that they're doing is really below them. They're going to feel as though it's not exactly the work that they want to do. And so they will just be doing something in order to achieve something, trying to maintain a positive attitude, believing that it's going to lead to good fortune, but still yet there's going to be feelings that are inauthentic. And remember, our first card is truth here. So with the truth card, we're really kind of trying to see what's true and what's authentic in our situations. Here is the next card. So we have the Six of Cups. They're also really looking back. So you have the more kind of letting go energy, while they have the more engaging, creating, coming back in energy. So you need to back off and they need to step up to the plate. They need to re-identify for themselves what about love is most important. They need to kind of think about their emotions and about what the things that they wanted to see come up in their lives, right? And so so they need to work within themselves for the things that come up in their life. They have to have conviction that those things are possible again. I think at this time they have to overcome the belief that this is all fake, like the man, that if he's having a vision or if it's an actual ship. So they have to actually believe that it's possible to have a relationship. That can be very hard for you. I think you're trying to encourage them and wait for them and all this time. But at a certain point in this month, you're going to have to draw the line and possibly walk away from them just tentatively by recognizing your own values. I got the Talent card while talking about this. So I think it's important for you to, be there for your partner and be receptive to your partner coming in. But if it's not happening, if they're not giving you that kind of attention, then just focus in calling in your soulmate and separate yourself from situations and circumstances that are in a certain way, holding you back from being your own person, having your own way. The outcome card is, so we have the Temperance. So Sagittarius ruled Temperance card, but it doesn't mean necessarily just Sagittarius. But the Temperance card represents combining multiple forces. On the one hand, you need to have separation, and you've been overworking yourself, Pisces, and so I think that you need to address this. Like, you're really exhausted in trying to make things work in your life, and even new opportunities are coming in, but you're experiencing all this confusion. So what you need to do is separate yourself from any circumstance or situation that is weighing you down, and combine the opportunity to combine the hope and the vision of what your partner is, and allow them to bring that in for you. So you have to have an open heart to them coming in, while at the same time not waiting for them excessively, because while you're waiting for them excessively, then you're passing on other opportunities that are coming up for you that are also important. So your partner is going to be communicating to you abundance by the end of the Venus retrograde period, and you have to, at that point, recombine the things that you let go of, bring those back in, and accept the abundance that divine masculine is giving to you once they are healed, and reconnect and rebond and redefine your relationship in a positive direction. So I think that a part of the journey through Venus retrograde, through March to April this year for you, is to let go of your relationship. If you don't have a relationship, you may be feeling like you're letting go of the potential of a relationship in your life. But I think as you do that, then there's going to be resonance and a feedback back in, and that you're going to get sucked back into the hope and the prosperity and the offer of that. You just have to let that other energy work itself out, find some opportunity, and then reintroduce that back into your relationship. Anyway, I hope you guys like this reading. I do think it's complicated, and I do think many of you guys are starting off the month in like a heck of a situation. It really looks like a tough situation with, you know, lots of difficult things to accept. The people you're dealing with are really hurt. So I think that you're really good at not pushing others into your agenda, while at the same time it's still a difficult conversation for you to have. So you just need to take care of yourself. You really need to spend some time and see from a higher perspective. I do feel like there's someone who's coming in who's going to complicate matters further. They're going to really put pressure on you. And I think that they will make pressure on you to pass a judgment. If you pass that judgment, pass it as softly as possible, so that when this comes up, there's going to be a resurgence at the end of this Venus retrograde period, where your partner starts coming back in and starts offering you opportunities. If you're not married, if you're not in a partnership, if you're not in a relationship, then these energies will be psychically coming to you. So you're going to feel like you're fighting an uphill battle for the majority of the month. But then while that shifts and changes, you're going to be given a lot of blessings and hope that are going to be abundant, and they're going to push you towards your soulmate. Just make sure that you, after all this work, after all this challenge, you really put that in your heart as a real possibility. Okay? Thank you guys, Pisces, and I hope you have a wonderful birthday. It looks like it's a tough time in your life, so make sure that you spend some time celebrating as well. Things are going to vastly improve by April, by mid-April, and you're going to have the opportunity to really connect with the divine masculine once again. I just think that through the Venus retrograde period, you're going to be really challenged, and challenged within your forgiving nature. There's going to be things that are going to really want to keep you doing the same thing over and over again until you're so confused that you don't know what to do with yourself. And at that time, you're going to back off and do your own thing, go your own direction. And that might be a difficult moment for you, but you're going to really rely on your natural talents and abilities to push forward. And when you do that, there's going to be, coincidentally, the second part coming in for you. So this all is because of your partner's broken heart towards you or towards someone else. They need to figure it out. So anyway, I hope you like this reading. I'll talk to you soon. Give me a like for this video, a thumbs up, and thank you again.